Alright guys, it's Aaliyah Brixton. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are doing another podcast like video. This time we're going to be talking about celebrity sponsorships. So I want to start off by just going straight into this video, and I want to say that honestly guys, we all know that it goes without saying that celebrity sponsorships and cosigns are the best forms of marketing for business owners. It honestly just opens a lot of doors for the business owner to reach a new market of people that they may have otherwise not necessarily reached if they just kind of like stuck to their own smaller demographic. And with the recent surge in social media, this new form of branding has really made a lot of brands what we know it as today. And for the sake of this video, I want to call it SMI, and SMI for the sake of this video is going to be social media influence sponsorship, so SMIS. And this usually happens when there's typically a large following on social media for a variety of reasons. So this could be because they are a baby mother's rapper, or for whatever reason they have a large following on social media, and people really just buy whatever these people buy. And usually when you think of like these SMISs, you're thinking more so like Jada Wada and Ari Fletcher and like just a wide variety of people. And with all the good that comes from these deals, there are some bad that does happen, and that usually only happens on the consumer end of things. So now for this video, I'm going to focus on two main points. First of all, point number one is the idea that influencers, honestly y'all, and you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, but like it appears that they literally accept every deal that comes their way. And that's not cool. So like honestly, most influencers in like this line of work, they get paid thousands of dollars in order to promote a product. However, does it mean that because they have been paid to promote the product that, for instance, it's a good product? Now, I know a lot of you guys know about Moon Cosmetics, and this is not going to be a video bashing Moon Cosmetics and like whatever issue they had going on, but I want to talk about the issue that they had with Ari, where there was like some issue that was going on where Ari, I guess, made a comment saying that like she went to a dermo, and the dermo was telling her that like whatever oil-based product she's using is what's causing her skin to kind of like break out and have these issues. Now, at this time, Ari was using some oil-based product from Moon Cosmetics, and I guess Moon's Cosmetics CEO, owner, whoever, felt like Ari was pretty much going against their contract, pretty much saying like, oh, like your product made me break out and it's bad and now people shouldn't use it. And it definitely caused like this whole like debacle that was going on social media, and people were really just like super confused, because it's like, Ari, if you're promoting that this product is so good for you and it's helping your skin clear up and it's doing all this stuff, like why are you now saying that it's the same thing as like allegedly causing you to break out? And this is one of those things where it's like, okay, influencers are taking deals because it is paying their bills, but is it worth it if the consumer or the person that you're selling to isn't happy with the products? Now, Marie Revere is her name. That's the girl who owns Moon Cosmetics. So for those of you who don't know, Moon Cosmetics, it was said to be a handmade vegan skincare line catering to all skin types. However, at some point, as I said, Ari and Marie had that issue or whatever may have happened. So now Marie was known for having like pretty much like top influencers that were promoting her project, her product. She had Ari, she had Dream Doll, she had Jada Wada, she had Arrogant Tay. If you don't know who Arrogant Tay is Mr. Arrogant Tay on the slane, okay? And they were like all promoting her brand, which resulted in her gaining $1 million in sales in less than 24 hours. And like, clearly that's crazy, because like here's this girl who, like I don't really know her backstory. I'm not really like, again, like I said, this video isn't about that. It's just like she's a perfect example for what we're talking about. But like here's this like young girl who was able to get $1 million in sales in less than 24 hours due to the fact that like she had these top promoters, these like top influencers promoting her brand. And like you got to think about it. When you want to really break down numbers, I mean, like, at this time, I believe they said, like, Jada and them were charging, like, $5,000 a post on Instagram. And it's like, babe, hell yeah, I'll pay you $5,000 to make a meal. Like, what the hell? Like, boy, I'd pay anybody $5,000 to make a meal. Are you crazy? Like, you literally paid $5,000 to, like, because at the end of the day, when you look at it, you profited $955,000. Genesis, like, that's insane. That's crazy. Like, it's like understandable though how we can like look at something and it's kind of like, well, yeah, if I was getting paid $5,000 or $3,000 to post on social media, like, of course I'd take the deal. Like, I have bills to pay, I have a life to live. Like, girl, I got chains to purchase and cars to pay and a son to feed. Like, I'm gonna take that deal. But again, my whole big issue is always gonna come back to the idea, is it the right deal to take if your consumer is who's going to lose in the end? If your follower is who's going to lose in the end? No, it's not. Now, there's a YouTuber from Canada that I watch, and she used to do like wig reviews and stuff like that, hair reviews, different things like that. And I remember she used to say, like, before she would commit to like taking any deal or anything, or like even while she was committing to taking a deal, she would like purchase hair from the company first and test it out, and then she'll, you know, get her hair package and she'll see like, all right, is it that you're just sending me your best quality, and you know, when I send my subscribers or my followers to purchase, they're gonna get this bad quality, or are you consistent with your quality throughout? You understand what I'm saying? I think that's very important, and I think that is kind of like taking the extra step and going the extra mile when it comes to like, you know, being mindful about people and the money that they're spending. Because at the end of the day, like, you're receiving the product for free, and like, people are paying their hard-earned money to receive these products, and it's not fair if the product is just not up to standard. And that's gonna lead us right into my point number 2, is that these brands can't keep up when they do these things. Like, these brands be out here and they be doing all of this, having these big promoters, these big influencers promote their products, and you know, all these kind of things, and then they can't even keep up with production. Like, literally can't keep up with production. And again, I want to say this because I want to, you know, reiterate this again, but like, this video is literally not about Moon Cosmetics at all, but I watched a video on Fab Socialism's channel, and I'll link her channel down below, and she went like into detail about the brand and like all of the trial and tribulations thing that they faced, and like their downfall, and like all that kind of stuff. But Marie mentions in a clip that is in that Fab Socialism video that she had people purchasing products that were not in stock, allegedly. And I say this because I just want to, like, you know, emphasize the point that like, this happens a lot when small brands use large influencers and they cannot handle the volume of orders that they are receiving. And I understand that the marketing and exposure is great for brands, but again, we have to ask ourselves, when we make these decisions, are they going to work long term? Are they going to work long term? If I make this influencer who has millions of followers post this product, can I then perform the volume that she is going to bring to my channel? You know, that's the question that a lot of people aren't asking themselves. A lot of people aren't asking themselves the long-term effects of like what can happen. And I think ultimately people have to remember, like, you can either do one or two things. You're either building a brand for longevity, or you're hustling. And if you're hustling, then hell yeah, girl, go ahead and do your thing. Like, have that influencer promote yourself, get the money, don't have the products there, and send it out to people whenever. Or if you're building something for longevity, then listen, you have to know when it's like, okay, I can handle this amount of orders, I can't handle this amount of orders. This is an influencer who I can work with because I can fulfill the capacity of orders that they're going to bring to me. This is an influencer I can't work with because at this time I cannot fulfill the capacity of orders that they're going to bring to me. People just sign themselves up for these like big friggin' like, you know, like Cirque du Soleil shits, and then they turn around and it plummets. it plummets because nobody's thinking thoroughly. No one's thinking, what are the long-term effects if I make these customers purchase an item in April, but they don't receive it till June? Like, babe, and we're like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this isn't something that, like, if I'm ordering something from you in April, why am I receiving it 2 months later in June? Like, my skin done broke out. I done went to the dermo. They done prescribed me a new medication. Girl, I done forgot I ordered that. If I ordered an outfit from you in April, why is it coming to me in June? The event done passed. It came and it went. I don't want it anymore. I want my money back. And then that's a whole nother thing with these non-refundables. Like, honestly, y'all, that's a different video for a different day. That's a whole separate video with the non-refundable stuff and the hairstylists and the beauty industry and all the crap that's going on with that today. But honestly, that's everything that I have to say about this topic. Guys, just be mindful about, purchasing stuff when it is coming from like a celebrity sponsorship. Do your research and do your due diligence to check on YouTube and find other consumers who aren't being paid to promote something, just to make sure that, like, you're actually going to get the bang for your buck that you're looking for. Okay? So that is everything that I have to say, and thank you for listening in to this episode, and I will catch you guys on the flippy.